Welcome to Uncharted Pasts. Tonight we plunge into the genetic history of the Vikings, shattering a long-held myth about one of history's most feared groups. For centuries, the story of the Vikings has been tightly woven with the idea of a pure, unified Scandinavian race. We see them in our minds as a homogeneous group, all hailing exclusively from Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. This is Uncharted Pasts, where we use science and archaeology to redefine history. Imagine the classic image: long ships slicing through stormy North Atlantic waters, carrying fierce, isolated warriors ready to strike. This is the ingrained stereotype. The established myth tells us that to be a Viking, you had to be a Swede, a Dane, or a Norwegian. It was a matter of shared blood and ancestry, confined to the Nordic peninsulas. But recent scientific breakthroughs, particularly in ancient DNA analysis, are rewriting this narrative and challenging the core of the Viking identity. The key to unlocking the true Viking identity lies not in sagas, but in the skeletal remains themselves. Scientists are now able to extract ancient DNA, or aDNA, from bones and teeth dating back over 1,000 years. In the largest ever genetic study of the Viking Age, over 400 individuals from burial sites across Europe were sequenced, revealing a massive and unexpected wave of genetic diversity. The results proved that the genetic map of the Viking world was far more complex than anyone had imagined. The stereotypical pure Scandinavian genome simply didn't exist. The intersection of genetics and archaeology provides a stunning reveal. The Viking phenomenon was driven by culture, not race. Even within Scandinavia itself, Viking communities were diverse. Many individuals buried with classic Viking gear carried ancestry from places like Southern Europe and the British Isles. Perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from abroad. In the UK, individuals buried in full Viking fashion were found to have no Scandinavian ancestry at all. They were locals who had adopted the culture. This proves that the term Viking was a job title, a shared cultural identity encompassing anyone who took to the seas to raid, trade, or settle, irrespective of their genetic origins. The aDNA reveals that this cultural identity spread across the globe through distinct, large-scale migration paths. The Danish Vikings predominantly focused their attention westward, targeting England, establishing the Danelaw, and shaping the political landscape of Britain. The Swedish Vikings, often known as the Rus, navigated the river systems of Eastern Europe, establishing crucial trade links reaching as far as Constantinople and the Middle East. Finally, the Norwegian Vikings spearheaded the Atlantic expansion, settling Iceland, exploring Greenland, and leaving a profound genetic footprint across the Scottish Isles and Ireland. Modern science has peeled back the layers of myth, offering us a far more accurate and inclusive view of this powerful historical era. The Viking Age was not a moment of racial purity, but a dynamic, global network where identity was forged by actions and shared culture, drawing in diverse peoples from across the known world. The DNA evidence confirms a crucial lesson. History is often more nuanced, complex, and fascinating than the myths we cling to. Join us next time on Uncharted Pasts.